before you move on to the last card in Battle of Chaos. Have you seen Fire Opal Head?
Yes.
What is the point?
Right?
I don't understand. 0/0, no effect, normal. It's like, why is this a card?
Yeah. I mean, it's a scale 0. That's not like the most common thing in the world.
You
So
know
it's
what?
actually
I,
not
I
awful in that regard, but
I challenge you to make a deck that wins with Fire Opal Head.
okay. I'll do it.
Okay, done deal.
Hey, welcome to Avian Games. This is Chris. Jack has abandoned us again for this week, but not before he issued me a challenge. Because apparently he thinks I'm a worse duelist than I am. So, fuck that guy. But today we're going to show off a little deck that, won using Fire Opal Head. Jack didn't think I could do it, but little did he know, I had been eyeing normal pendulum decks. So, it kind of just fit right in. I just ended up making one real quick. This deck sucks. Honestly, I'm not really going to go into it, but you're able to at least look at it here. I'll talk about some important cards, I guess, for the replay, but I just kind of want to hop into the replay so we can talk about it. The Tenyi Spirit Nahata does come up here. It's kind of like an Honest Neos type thing where you can banish it from your hand during a battle with a normal monster, and your opponent's monster loses 1,500 attack. So this does end up coming up at one point. Fire Opal Head obviously just has no effects at all, but it is the lifeblood of this deck. I mean, it's if anything's getting hit on the ban list in this deck, it's Fire Opal Head, obviously. So yep, that exists. The Dragon Horn Hunter, all normal monsters gain 200 attack, and you don't take battle damage from battles involving normal monsters. This comes up. Sky Dragoons of Draconia. If a normal monster you control inflicts battle damage, you get to target a card on the field, pop it. Both of these are basically always going to come up during this whole game here. I am running the Bamboo Sword package, so that kind of comes up in this replay. The Pierce in the Darkness is cool. Anytime, or once per turn at least, if you normal or special summon a non-token normal monster, you get to draw a card. And it also is kind of like a honest type effect on field, where anytime a level 5 or higher normal monster or a monster that used one as material outside of Link battles, your monster gains attack equal to it, which is pretty cool. The field spell, non-effect monsters are unaffected by monster effects. And then if your opponent special summons an effect monster while you have a non-effect, you get to draw 2, which is pretty cool. And yeah, I think that's the whole thing here. There's going to be a ton of misplays and whatnot in the actual video, but I'm going to talk about them as I go through. It was a super weird game. It ended up being like I misplayed a lot, my opponent misplayed a lot, but you know what? We still came out on top, and that's what matters. So shit, did I spoil that? Was that a spoiler? Oh no, fuck. Okay, well here's the replay. Bye. Okay, ladies and gentlebeans, we're here. It's a game, the Fabled Hour. So, despite what our opponent's first hand might look like, we are, in fact, playing against Unchained. So we're just going to start by setting 2 back row here. I'm just hoping he pops the Cursed Bamboo Sword so I get a search. That's really the only thing I'm going for here. But he's going to attack into us. We're going to take the damage. There's no reason to even try to activate Skill Drain here. We're going to end up waiting for that so we can negate the Unchained Twins Rakea off it. And then they are just going to pass their turn after that. We're going to end up making scales on our turn and getting 1 draw off the Pierce in the Darkness. Attacking. We are able to activate the effect of Pierce in the Darkness there to hit over. So he does take 27 because we're boosted by the Dragon Horn Hunter here. He's going to activate his effect. He's negated himself. But he ends up popping my own Mystic Mine. Or the Mystic Mine pops itself, rather. Because we have the same amount of monsters, which is fine. I don't really need it at this point. I end up searching the Broken Bamboo Sword because we do not want really to draw that. We'd rather draw like the draw 2. So I'm going to end up making Barricade Borg. My thought here was that I would get my flawless perfection of the 10E back. But I have Skill Drain up, and I'm stupid. So I totally forget about it. So we end up just attacking. And then we realize one problem with this deck, especially when you do not have the land for Hinkus up is that if they just continuously do defense monsters, specifically Unchained here, it's kind of like an Unchained problem. We do have a tough time getting past this, because every time they pop, we're just able to attack over. So, yeah, that's a problem. But he ends up just setting back row. I, again, make this genuinely because I just thought, like, oh, hey, I'll be able to pop cards here. But, again, literally not how this works. So, yep, just gets gated. So it's just going to end up being like a wall that we can attack with. Kind of wall, but we get to attack with it here. And then he brings this out. And this thing really screws this right now. Because Piercing the Darkness, we can't get any boost over it. Because that's 0 attack. Because the skill drain is negating its attack gain. So, again, I'm an idiot. And I literally go for Saryuja thinking, oh, I can special summon this, and it will get, like, whatever I special summon to get an attack boost. Which also doesn't even matter, because it still won't hit over the 3,000. And then my other thought was like, oh, I'll get a draw off it, too. No, I don't get a fucking draw off it. Idiot. So, yeah. This is how this goes. We just pretty much end up getting walled out here for a minute. So I'm going to end up doing that. I'm going to get the other draw 3. Now, this hand is 3 draw 2 spells. I said draw 3 earlier. I meant draw 2. So we have we got +6 in hand right now. Okay? Well, it's kind of only +2 because you have to activate bamboo swords and whatnot. But this is like the biggest blunder here of the game. Whenever it comes back to our turn, I swear. Gonna pot, set another card, as if it matters. Did we just end phase? We didn't even. Maybe we're thinking of the next turn. Gets rid of skill drain here. Okay, so then he makes this. This is like the best top deck we can have here. Because all non-effect monsters are unaffected by monster effects. So we're going to start our main phase by activating. He's going to chain, but now we're unaffected. My logic here was that I would bamboo sword, which obviously isn't doing anything, but we get these after. And for some reason, I thought it would be best to save these until main phase 2. Because my logic was if he breaks my board somehow, I'll just draw 6 and then come back afterwards. And, like, he wouldn't realize I had all that advantage. So, like, you know, it might make his whatever he interrupts me with worse, if that makes sense. But I didn't think about cards like this existing, which now get rid of my bamboo sword. And we've already got all 3 cursed bamboo swords in here. So now I literally just have 3 dead cards in hand. Just absolutely useless cards. He ends up getting an Ash off. I don't even know why he... I guess, like, what else would you Ash here? But, like, pretty much just a waste of an Ash. My logic here is as long as I had Piercing the Darkness, I would have been fine. But that obviously ends up disappearing there. So what we're going to do here is just go for a big Pendulum Summon. It's going to Trap Trick for the escape. Which really doesn't matter in the long run here. So here's an issue, too. Again... My logic here is I would make this, and then this would be at 29, but my own field spell is negating my own monster effects here. So this isn't boosting this, it's just dropping these guys. And I just realized that you can't see my mouse, but, like, hopefully what I'm doing makes sense. But yeah, I do that to try to hit over this, because the 3,000 attack monsters are a big issue with this. And they're so hard to get over without the Piercing the Darkness. So I just end up having to sit. Also, note here that we're on turn 23 right now. This game took forever live. It was like 50 minutes. So I get to negate everything with skill drain, but then that boosts his attack back up, which sucks. But then he ends up attacking my monster with a lower one, so I get a free pop here. So he's going to end up doing that. End phase, this one's going to come back. I get to draw 2 again. So we are good on hand size here, but 3 of them are useless. Really 4, because Foolish Burial Goods isn't doing anything. We also only have 3 cards in deck right now. So we end up just having to get rid of his board. And honestly, I thought this was game, because I can't hit over anything. But I do believe we have one more draw in our deck here that can help us. So he hits over that. Draw phase for Tenyi Spirit Nahata, which says, when an attack is declared involving your face-up non-effect monster, an opponent's face-up monster, you can banish this card from your hand. That opponent's monster loses 1,500 attack. So all we have to do here is we just go for the Link Summon, drop his attack by... Oh, skill change up. I'm doing this again, see? So it doesn't even drop his attack, but it puts him at 15. We're at 27. That is a difference of 1,200, and that 600 is going down. So, yeah. That was the game here. I'm glad I beat Unchained with this deck, honestly. Jack owns Unchained, so I actually have... He's already seen this replay. But it felt good winning against a deck that Jack owns. You know what I mean? The final attack was made with Fire Opal Head. I did that right here. So, yeah. Thanks for coming to the video. I hope you liked it. Sorry, I keep hiccuping right now, dude. This sucks. But, I hope you liked it. It's kind of an interesting replay. I mean, 28 turns, and, like, literally half of them were, like, passing because we couldn't do anything. I wish I knew what these cards were. Are you able to... Oh, you can swap sides here? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Wow. Double infinite impermanence. I didn't even know this was his hand. That's insane. Double infinite impermanence. And he never had the opportunity to do that. I wonder, for the rest of the turn, all other spell trap effects in this column. I feel like he had an opportunity here to activate, negate this, and even though it's negated, I don't think it matters. Then, if this card was set before... Oh, it might not resolve, because if it's a then effect, so the first part has to happen? Is that how that works? I don't know. Double impermanence, though. That sucks. Well, yeah, thanks for watching. If you have any interest in playing this deck, don't. And yeah, cool. Bye.